I don't want to know who you are. It doesn't concern me who you are. I'm here to do the needful. Some of you don't know the spirit where carry us come. Some of you don't know say now we be those people where don't die many years ago. We come back to finish waiting we started. And nobody can stop us. Not even you and you and you. Nobody, when I say nobody, no forces in this world can stop us. We are unstoppable. When we say we want Biafra, Biafra we go get. Life or death, we must get Biafra. No spirit, no man, no woman, no man can stop us. You see this struggle, Biafra must be restored. Biafra must be restored. You can't stop it. The sun must rise. The sun must rise from the east. If you change that, if you change the sun from rising from the east, you know you can stop Biafra. But if you cannot change it, you can't stop Biafra.
So remove all your soldiers from Biafran land. We don't want to see them anywhere. Anywhere. That is what we keep telling you. The checkpoints all over the southeast should be removed.
Musa, you Musa, the kingpin of the terrorists in the Nigerian army, who is now inciting the killing down there in the southeast.
You can see, you can hear several times where Nigerian army, the politicians, they are finding it very difficult to conquer us because we are intelligent. We know we are fighting for the right fight. We are fighting for our people. We are not against our people. So all this propaganda they are doing, they know that it can never work for them.
Welcome back to Local Journal, my people. The people of Biafra and their generals don't come out again. This time, they don't want the Nigerian military, the Nigerian army, and the Nigerian government. Say, if they don't come out their hand from everything where concerns Southeast, say, no be their fault. Say, they go get themselves to blame. Say, now like this, they give them last warning to carry their kaya and everything come out from inside Southeast. Them talk say, they know they fear anything at all. Say, now people who don't die and don't resurrect already, now them be. Say na either Biafra or nothing. Say nothing go fit stop them. Una no say Nigerian army and Nigerian military carry their kaya go southeast. Them talk say they won't go fish out all those Simon Ekpa boys. But the people of Biafra talk say na lie then they lie. Say na their people na then they kill. And for every Biafran where they kill, say they go pay back. They also want them say me then come out all the roadblock where they for inside southeast. Say they don't want them lie. And they promise them say if they no come out them with their own hand, say them themselves they go there go come out them. Them talk say anyhow when Nigerian army shop wish, I be anyhow when Nigerian army feel say they're strong, say they no fit fight spirit. Say them na spirits na them be, and na people where we say they don't die already, don't resurrect. Them talk say they don't want Nigerian army for inside Biafra land at all. Say anywhere where Biafra land for reach, say they don't want see Nigerian army for there at all. Them also blast the chief of defense staff, General Musa. Them talk say e get waiting Nigerian government and the military they look for inside southeast. Say the north where we say Boko Haram won't finish, and other places where we say insecurity day. Say they no carry soldier abi armor tank go put for there. Say na for only southeast na in their power reach. So now like this, they don't they cut them the last warning, may they come out for their land or they go collect. So I go play the video for now. Now go hear everything where they talk. But before I play the video, if today na be the first time where they visit our channel, make you like, share, and subscribe to our channel. And make you no forget to drop your own comment for inside the comment section. So make I allow now, make you now watch the video.
And the southeast and the insurgency there, what's the latest update?
Fantastic. I mean, with the arrest of Samuel Ekpa, you can imagine what has gone up. People are even speaking up in the southeast now for the first time. The stay-at-home thing is now being watered down, and I'm sure it's going to stop immediately. We are working together with the governors. What we try to do now is to discuss with everybody, because we realize that fighting asymmetric warfare is about communication. If you stay off and people don't know what you're doing, you get into trouble. So we're taking everybody around, we're bringing everybody together to know that they have a responsibility to do, and that's what's giving us the successes.
And is it IPOB that's the problem there, or are there other criminal gangs and even hired political thugs that have taken advantage of the situation? Because IPOB have consistently denied many of the attacks that are credited to them.
Well, they always want to deny it. I mean, basically, but everybody knows, they know it, that they're the ones. It's IPOD and ESN, and again, criminal elements. You know, normally when there's impunity, a lot of acts of criminality, and then criminals take advantage of that. Everybody wants to be part of it, and that's what's happening.
But I mean, insurgent groups tend to want to, admit that they've claim responsibility.
Yeah,
I mean, it gives them power and,
yes.
and makes them more feared. So why would IPOB say they're not the ones who are doing it?
Well, but probably because of the nature of the individuals that are involved. It's a two river. The one in the northeast, basically most of them are illiterate, not too well learned. The ones in the southeast, some. So they know the implications of what they are doing, and that's why they want to stay away, because in case they have been arrested, they don't want to be prosecuted. So those are the difference we have. But we know them, and then with the arrest, things are really picking up. And the good thing is that we have a good team.
Like I said before, our PM is fine. Our PM is doing wonderfully well. It's just that there's some minor delays and some minor restrictions, let me put it that way, but it's fine, and it's going to come back very soon. Absolutely very soon it's going to come back, and it's going to come back with rocket launcher. Because I heard what is it called, General Christopher Musa speaking the other day, saying that the Igbo is happy, and then the Easterners are happy that Simon Ekpa has been arrested. I had General Christopher Musa saying that, the Igbos, the Southeast are on their side. But I didn't hear him say that, address to Kano jet fighters that came to bomb and destroy houses on the 2nd of December 2024. I did not hear General Christopher Musa address the issue of the people that was killed in Abia State, unprovoked, burning them with fire. So at this point, I want to tell General Christopher Musa, you see all this your manipulation, that you're trying to manipulate people via your social media handle. We are watching, and we want to tell you this, that you respect sovereignty, because you were telling Finland that Nigeria is a sovereign state and it must be respected because one of their citizens is destroying the Southeast. Now, let me remind you today, Mr. General Christopher Musa, since you people don't want to come to Finnish country to come and defend all the allegations against Simon Ekpa that you brought forward, and now you know that your name is in ICC, you can't come again. You are just trying to, do abracadabra for your people to understand that, you are doing your job, you are working. You are not working anything, you are not doing anything. Now you called Nigeria a sovereign nation. And I want you to remember that we have what they call United States of Biafra, which is a sovereign state today, General Christopher Musa. And we are using this opportunity to tell you to remove all your soldiers from our land, because now you are an intruder. So you don't come and tell us now that you don't know that Biafra has gotten their independence on the 29th of November 2024. You won't come and tell us that. So remove all your soldiers from Biafran land. We don't want to see them anywhere. Anywhere. That is what we keep telling you. The checkpoints all over the Southeast should be removed. Because military are not meant to be on the road. They are meant to be in the barracks and in the forest, fighting guerrilla warfare, like you said. You have lost your relevancy. So we are asking you this very wonderful morning that General Christopher Musa, the East does not like you. We don't like you. We don't like your operations in the Southeast. We don't like your actions in the Southeast. So tell your Eastern terrorist army to leave our land, because it's a sovereign nation. United States of Biafra is a sovereign nation. So you respect sovereignty, if that be the case. And we are still expecting you people in Finland. You need to bring your lawyers, your documentation, because we are telling you, are just lying that you have sent documents. Yeah, you have sent evidences that Finland will deal with them. But I will tell, let me tell you this, Mr. General Christopher Musa, that you are a thief, a liar, and a deceiver. And stop deceiving Nigerians, because you people are not doing anything. We are not here to paint words. We are here to tell you the way it is. Your soldiers went to Abia State killed, burned people alive. You didn't tell the man that was asking you those questions that. You didn't say that. Your focus was only on Simon Ekpa that did nothing wrong to you. And you think you have gotten him? Like I said, he's going to come out with Locket Runcher very soon. And you will see how bad it's going to hit Nigerian zoo. Thank you. Nnamdi Kanu is there. You people don't want to release him. You're talking about Simon Ekpa. Just wait. Shebi, the days are counting. Times are going. And Nigeria is not able to show anything. No worries. We are coming back. Remove your soldiers from our land. We're not even begging you. We are asking you. Because these people respect sovereignty. So you should respect the sovereign nation of the United States of Biafra.
United States of Biafra. I want to do it in a very different way. I want to do it in a very different way today, as the Spirit leads. So I come. I don't want to know who you are. It doesn't concern me who you are. I'm here to do the needful. Some of you don't know the Spirit where carry us come. Some of you don't know say now we be those people where don't die many years ago. We come back to finish waiting we started. And nobody can stop us. Not even you and you and you. Nobody, when I say nobody, no forces in this world can stop us. We are unstoppable. When we say we want Biafra, Biafra we go get. Life or death, we must get Biafra. No spirit, no man, no woman, no man can stop us. Today, I've been giving you proverb. I said, never in your life choose to dance with the Spirit, because you will never know when they leave you. And you end up dancing naked alone in the market square. Those who play the songs of the Spirit don't know that the Spirit has those who have chosen. He have chosen in the life of the living, in the land of the living. Biafra is Spirit. We told you that. Biafra is a spirit. It is not just spirit. You can joke with every other thing, don't joke with Biafra, because you don't know what is involved. I am here to tell you what is involved. You will play the songs of the Spirit. Can you dance the step of the Spirit? You don't know what is coming for you. Your times is off. Mark this day. Your day are number. In the spirit of Biafra, we get unborn children. In the spirit of Biafra, we get pregnant women. In the spirit of Biafra, we get old women. We get young children. In the spirit of Biafra, we get so many who die in the name of Biafra. They did not die in the name of Nnamdi Kanu. They did not die in the name of Simon Ekpa. They did not die in the name of anybody. Waiting kill them. Biafra name. And that name must come to exist in this war. The whole war must hate Biafra. You can't stop it. You are too late. So when you are playing, you don't know that you are playing with millions of souls that have been killed, all in the name of Biafra. Nigeria government kills so many, even still date, that are killing in the name of Biafra. They did not kill in the name of anybody. They are killing in the name of Biafra. And you think you can joke with it? You are a liar. You come late. I want to play you the Spirit, because you want the Spirit to play you. Let me play you the Spirit, so that you know that those that come are not ordinary. We were prepared before you come. Were you not told that we were prepared before we come? We not just come. After us, there will be nobody, no one like us, because we come to finish waiting we started. And when I tell you that nobody can kill me, I've died before. I can't die second time. I will live and fulfill my mission on earth. The restoration of the sovereign state of Biafra. Nobody can stop that.
For the past how many weeks he has been off air? The killing persisted, the violence multiplied in the entire Biafran territory, especially in Owerri State, Olu State, Okigwe State, and many parts of the Biafran territory, Anambra State, Enugu State. The killing is still going on. Bombing of houses, setting ablaze of people's homes, women and children rendered homeless. Now I'm asking, who is now inciting these killings and burning of homes? Those who are good in writing petitions, writing to wherever they want to write against Simon Ekpa, the Prime Minister of the United States of Biafra. Now, can you keep writing? Can you please write who is causing the insecurity right now? Musa, the kingpin of the terrorists in the Nigerian army, who is now inciting the killing down there in the southeast. Can you go and speak to the press who is causing the terrorism, who is causing the incitement of the killing right now for the past weeks that Simon have been off air? I need an answer to this. Please say who is causing the terrorism. The governors, whoever that said they have proofs against them. Now, who is causing this insecurity down there in the southeast, in the entire Biafra? Who is now killing? What is in this southeast? What is in this Biafra territory that everyone is going for? The entire north has been ravaged by killing and kidnapping till tomorrow. Government have not condemned nothing. But every eye is on the southeast. Every eye is on the Biafran territory due to they intend to protect their territory from being killed, from being massacred.
Good morning. Thank you for joining us.
Yes, good morning. Thank you for having me.
All right, fantastic. Okay, so I think I would just like to start by asking. We've seen what's happening in the south, right, in the east, the southeast of Nigeria, and there's just been a lot because we're hearing of people being killed, we're hearing of sit at home, we're hearing of so many things that's going on. But I want to ask that you give us a brief overview on what's happening and how it has led up to where we are today.
Okay, when you try to look at the situation in Southeast, it's more than just a one-off thing of just the current happening of maybe the IPOP group trying to hurt somebody. It's more than just that. Southeast generally have been excluded from a lot of things, from access to leadership, access to opportunities in the country at large. And this has been long since the time of independence till date, from the time of civil war till date. And in trying to address issues like this, it requires more than just a condemnation. It requires a dialogue, because a lot of their leaders actually have not been happy at the way things have been. This has been years, not just 10 years, 20 years, 30, but this is about 50 years or more. And they have been excluded from a lot of things. The young persons are suffering. And also, if you look at the way and manner that the army or the military have handled interventions in Southeast, it has not been similar to the way they have handled issues with even Boko Haram. There have been a lot of killings, be the military killing young persons and referring to them as IPOP leaders. No law permits killing of citizens. Yeah. So it's not because maybe other persons are torturing people that it becomes a crime. And when the military tortures people, it's allowed. That is not so. Administration of Criminal Justice Act, Anti-Torture Act of 2017 actually prohibits all forms of torture. Even in times of war, torture is being prohibited. So, but this, when you come to Nigeria, these things have been happening over and over again. We cannot count the number of persons that have been murdered by the military in Southeast. So certainly when this thing continue happening and reoccurring, certainly the people at one time or the other may also get tired of being abused, and they may start to find ways to actually retaliate in one form or manner. So for me, I'm saying that this has happened a lot of years. A lot of their leaders, Southeast leaders, have complained, and traditional religions and all that have complained over time. But the federal government have not actually tried to actually address this concern. Most times it has just been army intervention in those areas. And when you overlook a lot of dialogue, a lot of things that should have been done, and move straight to army intervention in such an area, it only becomes problematic. So for me, a lot of things have happened there, a lot of killings, a lot of denial of resources, access to leadership, a lot of exclusion, even when, in short, a lot of things have happened over time. So in addressing such situations, there are better ways. Dialogue must happen. And if those things, because even the IPOB groups and the rest, there have also been maybe some requests at one time or the other, they have to be a dialogue to be able to address these concerns, because war and every time using force will not be a solution in this particular case, because it has lingered too long. And if the military has not been able to address it this way, then it means there have to be another way, an alternative way. When you are talking about the three major tribes, you are talking about Igbo, Yoruba, and Hausa. Then why is it that Igbo, and consistently, even those in leadership, the comments they have made concerning people allowing those from Southeast to lead has not actually been welcoming to some ears. So for me, yes, at one time or the other, there are certain times you hold an event, but people look at it like more like a political affair than seeing the sincerity of people in it. So for me, if the government really is serious, the federal government should sit, even with Simon Ekpa and other people. They have things, reasons why they are doing what they are doing. It may be bad, but to them may be appealing. So at one time or the other, there have been terrorists. I know there have been one time or that they have arrested terrorists in the north. They have many times they have given things like amnesty to some persons in the terrorists and criminals in the north. There are times they have done similar to South. I feel it's high time the federal government also try to rework things. Sit with the governors. Every community has leadership, has gatekeepers. Be it religious, be it traditional, be it political. They should sit, even if it's a private meeting. This has to happen, and then maybe find terms of agreement or how to resolve this issue. Nigeria is for everybody. It's not just for some persons. And as I said earlier, unfortunately, the military have been able to go for peacekeeping in other areas and in other countries and have observed certain standards of intervention. But as regards intervention in some areas, particularly in Southeast, it has not been according to standard. That's why I started by saying there have been a lot of killings. Yes, there have been also counter responses from people living in those areas, or should I say from IPOB. But there are better ways of doing things. When you go to the field, if you are fighting, having an engagement with terrorists and you kill them in the process, is a different issue. But in the situation where people are moving about their normal businesses, or you go into people's house, arrest them and murder them, certainly you'll be expecting that there will certainly be a form of counter attacks from such persons. So in this particular case, I suggest they have a sit down with the federal government. They have a sit down with the traditional rulers, the gatekeepers, and have a common what should be acceptable and what shouldn't be. If that happens to a large extent, some of these concerns will be addressed, because it's not everybody that welcomes the issue or what has been happening there. Generally, nobody is happy with killings of citizens. Nobody. So if that step can be done, that will be able to calm nerves. At the same time, if opportunities, really like employment opportunities and all that, and if they can also be stop the criminalization of people from Southeast, it will go a long way of saying that yes, we're being excluded from access to resources. But now, because of this seat, that we have opportunities now that we can aspire to whatever position we wish for in this country, and we can be accepted. Then if it gets to at that level, there will be no need. I believe there will be no need for IPOB again, because what they are advocating for, access to leadership, access to resources, will already be available to them. Yes, what the IPOB is doing is wrong. It shouldn't even be in the first place. But when people in a particular area are being marginalized for a long period of time, it may get to that point where they have to sort other means of defending themselves. This has happened also for other locations, be it like North Central, that consistently, if you look at, you tend to also fault the intervention of military in those areas, where maybe because of one attack they go and burn down a whole village. The military shouldn't be doing that. They should be going for peacekeeping or trying to resolve issues in areas, especially when it's within the country. But when those interventions happen and those people that are supposed to be like protectors have become predators, it gets to that point where you start looking at alternative means of defending yourself. Because you reach out to the police are saying the military, it's government permission. Government has permitted intervention in such areas. You reach out to the military, they are the ones carrying out intervention of killing or carrying out torturing people in the southeast. So when you try to look at the security agencies that you should be reporting to in cases of when your rights are being abused, when the failure of the government to carry out interventions, when it has failed, and then you are reaching out to those that should be protecting you, they are the ones that are predators in this case. It gets to that particular point that even your leaders complain that the government is failing to help you instead of they're punishing you. Then within yourself, you have to find a way to help yourself. It's the wrong means, but this is where we are at this particular point in time. And for these issues to be addressed, they have to be a sit down. Because consistent killing, a house that fights itself cannot stand whenever there's external invasion. That is why issues like Boko Haram will continue to persist. Because within, we have not been, there's no unity within the country. Be it the intervention of security agencies in certain locations. Let's not forget that before even independence, during colonial times, there was what they called, should I say, martial tribes or thereabout, where you put tribes that you know normally they are at crossroads against each other. So you carry people from the north to come and police the south, you carry the south to go and police the north. Those interventions or those type or archaic intervention has still persisted till date. And if you are thinking about unity and thinking about saving lives, then they have to be a sit down, especially when you want to seek peace. And when the people you are coming to them in the aim of intervention see sincerity of peoples from your intervention, they will be forced to work with you. But people are even scared that even if they give intel to you of such interventions, you go back and still point them out and they'll still become suspect in cases like this. Interventions like this have also happened in Yobe, where citizens came out to report to the police and military that there are certain persons that are involved in Boko Haram and the rest, and still the same persons were arrested and freed the same days, and they went back and murdered their fellow relatives because they reported them. Just some weeks back, there were still bodies being still carried and towed, about 100 in vehicles in Yobe, because of what? So these are similar situations. Right. If we really want to be sincere, then we have to disassociate ourselves, first of all, from criminals, I mean security agencies. And then in working in areas, they should work not because of personal hatred for a particular tribe or personal grudges they have in the past, maybe by leaders, because sometimes they are used to push agenda by the leadership, those in leadership. So there must be a sit down to address situations like this.
You can see, you can hear several times where Nigeria army, the politicians, they are finding it very difficult to conquer us because we are intelligent. We know we are fighting for the right fight. We are fighting for our people. We are not against our people. So all this propaganda they are doing, they know that it can never work for them. It can never work for them. Biafra issue is not a child play. A lot of people have been go down because of this issue. A lot of people are still sacrificed 10 times more than what they have sacrificed on this struggle. So they know it very well. So My point is that it is better for them to let the public know. And another question I'm asking this Musa, why are they not telling the people the truth? You said they know it, IPOB know it. Yes, we know it, but the people want to know. The ordinary Nigerians, the international community, the human rights people, they want to know the truth. Why are you people still pretending? Why are you people still pretending? Why are you people going far from the real truth, from the reality on the ground?